Hello friends, today we will be telling the story of the banyan tree. This is written by Ruskin Bonds, the banyan tree. Though the house and the grounds belonged to my grandparents, the magnificent old banyan tree was chiefly mine because grandfather could not climb it now at the age of 65. The author says that. And the banyan tree has got a spreading branches and it looks like a number of twisting passages which gave our author an endless pleasure. So there were various animals among which there were squirrels, snails and butterflies, and the tree was so old that it is older than my grandfather, as well as it might be as old as Dehradun itself. The Ruskin Bonds is from Dehradun and it has got a thick green leaves. I can sit on that and spy around. My first friend on the tree was a squirrel, grey squirrel. The squirrel did not first approach this boy. So when the squirrel saw that he is not armed, he is not having any catapult or any air gun, okay, so the squirrel started being friendly with this boy, or I can say with the author. And who is the author? The author is Ruskin Bonds. He has written so many stories like this with trees, animals, and all those. And when he started sharing some biscuits, cakes, and all, the squirrel used to snatch away the morsel from his hand. Maybe the rest of them thought that the squirrel was very foolish to believe a human being. In the spring season, the banyan tree, it had red figs, small figs were there, and birds would come to the branches and sit on the branches of the trees. And who were among the birds? They were red-bottomed bulbul, cheerful and greedy, and parrots, myna, crows, squabbling with one another. During the fig season, the banyan tree was the noisiest place in the garden. Half up the tree, I had built a crude platform where I would spend the afternoons when it was not very hot. I could read propping myself up against the tree with a cushion. So our author used to sit on the halfway up and read books like Treasure Island, Huckleberry Finn, The Story of Dr. Dolittle. There were some books which was one of the favorite ones in the banyan tree library. So he had a library over there. When I did not like reading, what he used to do, he used to look down to the world below and he used to spy around. So one day he saw the fight between mongoose and a cobra. What did he see? He saw that the warm breeze of approaching summer had sent everyone, including the gardener, into the house. He was feeling a bit drowsy, wondering if he should go to the pond to swim with Ramu and the buffaloes. So he was thinking that if he could go to swim. But what happened? Then he saw a huge black cobra coming from the cactus area, and at the same time there was a mongoose which jumped from the bush straight in front of the cobra. Then in the clearing which was beneath the tree, they came face to face each other. They started facing each other. Then what happened? Then the cobra knew only too well that the grey mongoose was a superb fighter. But the cobra also was a very good fighter. So there was a very good fight of battle. It was a battle of champions. Hissing defiance, his forked tongue darting in and out, the cobra raised its hood, and the same way mongoose also, bushy tail, he took it up and he spined up. Okay, then they both started fighting and we had two other spectators, a myna and a crow. Okay, so they came to watch and the cobra stood on defensive swing slowly from side to side, trying to mesmerize the mongoose that he is going to hit. But the mongoose also was very cunning. The mongoose did not see the eyes of the cobra but was keeping his eyes fixed at below the cobra's hood and opened the attack. So the mongoose started the attack and moving forward quickly until he was just within cobra's reach. The mongoose pretended to move and immediately the cobra stuck, and so there was a fighting. So there was a biting. The mongoose went ahead and bit the snake at the neck. Okay, so they started jumping, and then after there was a very good fight between the mongoose and the cobra. The cobra was trying to mesmerize, and mongoose also was doing the same thing. Now at the same moment, what happened? The cobra struck the crow. The crow and myna hurdled themselves and at him, and only they collided in the air. They turned to the cactus back, and there was the crow got hurt a bit. Okay, so the cobra stuck and missed. Again the mongoose sprang upside in and bit. Again the birds dived at the snake and bumped into each other and turned shrieking to the safety of the cactus. Now in the third round, what happened? The same thing had happened with the difference. The crow and the myna still they were determined that they will take part in the fight. They will not be only spectators. They will take part in the fight, and they dived at the cobra. Now, but this time they missed each other as well as their mark. The myna flew and reached its perch, but the crow tried to pull up in the mid-air and turned back. And what happened? The snake, it whipped his head back and struck with a great force with his snout and hurt the crow's body. So it bit the crow. Now what happened? Then he saw the crow was shivering for some time. It was struggling, fluttering, and it motionless. Might be it has died. Okay, and now the mongoose, they raised on its short legs with a sudden jump. It hit the snake that is struggling until it was completely dead. And he then snelled all among its quivering legs, and he dragged it into the bushes. And the myna was happy, gave congratulations, and flew away.